Major and minor chords are pretty straightforward, but you're going through a chord chart and you've come across a suspended chord and you have no clue how to play that on your piano or keyboard. That's what I'm going to help you with in this video. If you're new here, I'm Jacques Hopkins. This is Piano in 21 Days, where we help regular people learn to play their favorite songs on the piano in as little time as possible. So if that sounds good to you, please consider giving this video a like and hit that subscribe button below to subscribe to the channel. So, suspended chords. What I'm going to do for you to help you with suspended chords is I'm actually going to play for you a clip from the newest version of the full Piano in 21 Days program and show you the section in the course where I teach all about suspended chords. So let's go ahead and roll that clip. Suspended chords. All right, suspended chords. That's what they're called. Here's some examples of what they look like. A suspended C chord looks like this. It looks like C sus. That's how it'll be written on a chord chart, C sus. All right, or you might see it like this, G sus 4. There might be a 4 on that at the end of the sus. There might be a 2 on the end of the sus. F sus 2, for example. That's an F suspended 2 chord, all right? You're not going to see any other numbers after the sus. You might see a 4, you might see a 2, or you might not see any number after the sus. Those are some examples, okay? So how do you play these? All right, so basically there's two different types of suspended chords. We've got the ones that are the 4 version, and we have the ones that are the 2 version. And the ones that are the 4 version are more popular. They're more common. That might be a better word for it. And they're so much more common that really, if we just say suspended and we don't have any number, then we're talking about the 4 version. Okay, so we're gonna start there. So if you see C sus, right? C sus, or C sus 4, or even just C4, right? We could also call these fourth chords if we wanted to. Those are all the same. C sus 4, C4, those would be all played exactly the same. And I'm gonna basically call those a suspended chord. That's what, if I say, hey, play me a suspended C chord, that's what this is. The 2 version, I would have to specify 2 for if I wanted that version, okay? So the formula for a suspended chord is 5-2, 5-2, okay? So if we want to play a C suspended chord, start at C, go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2, 1, 2. It's probably going to be hard to use our same fingering as we use for major and minor chords with suspended chords. This is not very comfortable for me to use thumb, pointer, middle like this. When it's a suspended chord like this, I'll usually just play it like this with the thumb and the ring finger and the pinky. It's up to you. By now, you should kind of be pretty familiar with your fingers interacting with the keys and come up with what you feel is best. You might like to do it that way. Personally, that's the way that I play a suspended chord. So that's the formula, 5-2. Right? Now you know the formula, you could play any suspended chord. Let's play an A suspended chord. A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Okay? This is not major or minor. This is a suspended chord, right? So there's not like two different versions of it. This is what a suspended chord is. Your left hand, I'm sure you could guess, we play it the same way as if it were a major or minor chord. So A suspended with both hands would look like this. If you happen to come across a F sharp suspended chord, or if it said F sharp 4 even, or F sharp sus 4, well, now you understand, okay, while I'm not just going to immediately know exactly what notes those are, I now have the tools and the framework to be able to figure it out pretty quickly, right? Well, I know I'm going to play 2 F sharps in my left hand. All right, my right hand's going to start with an F sharp, and then I just need to go 5-2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. There's an F sharp suspended chord. Very, very rare, but if you ever come across it, now you know how to figure it out, okay? The next type of suspended chord is the 2 variety, and it's just the opposite formula, right? So major chords, minor chords had opposite formulas, 4-3-3-4. Well, your suspended chords and your sus2, or also called second chords, have opposite formulas. So this one's 2-5, all right? So C2 or C sus2 would be, start at C, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 C's in the left hand, like that, all right? Now, you may be wondering, why is it called a suspended chord? My understanding is the main reason is that when you're playing a suspended chord, the sounds very like unresolved. It sounds nice, but it sounds like it's just like suspending and it needs to go somewhere. So if I'm playing like a C suspended like this, it's got a nice sound to it, but it feels like it needs to go somewhere. A lot of times you'll find that the very next chord after a suspended chord is the major chord associated with that suspended chord. So like C suspended and then C major, right? See how good those sounded together? It's like, oh, interesting, but like, where are we going? Oh, wow, that feels pretty good, right? Or the other way around with our like C sus2 version. It's kind of suspended and then it could go somewhere. And once it goes there, it's good. It doesn't always follow the major chord, but it usually will probably usually follows some major chord. So like if I was playing maybe a G sus and then followed it up with say a C major, right? That's got some resolution to it. I've also heard it said like that you could think of it like this, like normally with either a major or a minor chord, like we've got a note kind of right in the middle. And with other types of chords, like seventh chords, we're adding on to what we were already doing. Like we had our 3 notes of our triad, and then we just added a note. Well, with the suspended chords, you're actually suspending one of the notes, meaning you're getting rid of it, right? If you're in school and you get suspended, that means you're gone, right? So we're suspending that middle note and we're replacing with something else. We're not adding a new note, we're replacing it. We're suspending one and adding another, right? So 2 ways to think about it, right? It's not like if it were like the 7th chord, then a suspended chord would actually include this note too, but it doesn't. It's like that. That's C sus right there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that lesson on suspended chords. Please go ahead and start applying that to your piano. It's not good enough to just consume information. We actually need to apply it as well. But I also hope you enjoyed getting a little sneak peek into the full program as well. So if you enjoyed this lesson and you want to get more information about the full program, then you can jump over to pianoin21days.com and check that out. Or if you want to just try it for free, then consider downloading my free workbook, Learn 36 Popular Songs in 5 Days. You can find that at the website as well, or you can go straight there by clicking the link on this page. I hope you'll take me up on that offer, and I look forward to being your piano teacher.